line that hit me is, as sure as the sun does shine, I'm going to get my share of what's mine. That's very Richard. And then the harder they come, meaning the harder they come at you, the harder they're going to fall. You know. So let's see if I find the right key. Any key. When the headlights come high up in the sky, waiting for the day I die. I might close my eyes. You'll, if you want to do it, close your eyes, and you know when you do it. Well, headlights come up high up in the sky, waiting for I when I die. Well, between the day you're born and when you die, never did you hear me ran the cry. And as sure as the sun does shine, I'm gonna get my share of what's mine. And then the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. And then the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. Well, the officers are trying to keep me down. They're trying to drag me underground. And they think they've got this battle won, but they know not what they have done. But as sure as the sun does shine, I'm gonna get my share of what's mine. And then the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. Well, I know sometimes it seems that there's no way, working for those dollars every day. And if you're looking for another way, let the music in your heart show you the way. But as sure as the sun will shine, I'm gonna get my share of what's mine. And then the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by the sun of York. And all the clouds are loud upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Now our brows bound victorious wreaths, our bruised arms hung up for monuments. Grim visaged war has smoothed his wrinkled front, and now instead of mounting barbed steeds to fright the souls of fearful adversaries, he capers nimbly in a lady's chamber, the lascivious pleasing of a lute. But I that am not made for such sportive tricks, nor made to court an amorous looking glass, I that am rudely stamped, and want love's majesty to strut before wanting. So you get the idea? It's the first layer of it. That's what he really feels underneath, okay? Now that's not what you perform. What you do the next layer is you find the logic of what he does with that. And what he does with that, he never can show anybody that vulnerability, and he buries it. So his next step is to make it that he's mocking all this, right? And let's say this is a party. He says, now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by the sun of York. And all the clouds that loud upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Now our brows bound with victorious wreaths, our bruised arms hung up for monuments. Grim visaged war has smoothed his wrinkled front, and now instead of mounting barbed steeds to fright the souls of fearful adversaries, he capers in a lady's chamber to the lascivious pleasing of a lute. Do you see what I'm saying? You got to know the first layer of the emotional state to get to the second layer. That's complex thinking, you know, and the difference between doing an effective memory, which is wonderful, is you got to know that it's not just the crime. It's not just that you got to know emotionally where these people are at. So when you rehearse it, you just figure, okay, what's his level? First level is his pain about, oh God, this is all taken away from him. The next level is I can't show anybody that, so I'm mocking myself. Okay. And then the next level, you know, whatever. Okay, so that we're going to fool around a little bit with that tonight.